Okay, once I have that all separated out, then it's pretty easy to take my layers palette. I can lock the first layer 5 where I change the lines to black, and I can choose the text, and then I can change the color for the text. Again, I can choose just sort of a dark gray or maybe a black. If I wanted to, I could change the fonts. Now you may have noticed that those lines became a little bit thick. So there's one advantage to keeping the grays a little bit different, because then I can still do same stroke color, and then I can go up to a control bar at the top, and I can take this down to 0.25 of a point, meaning a quarter of a point, or I could go to something even less. I think AutoCAD lines are often 0.18, so let's just do that. And that looks a little better. So I can do that with each layer. I can grab the stuff that's on that layer, and then I can assign a particular color to that. Okay, so that gets just about, okay, there's a few more things here. Let me do that one extra layer. Or we just have a few final things, so let's just change those to a dark gray. Okay, so now everything in here has been changed to gray. And a couple of you wanted to do highlighting of a particular area, like the reception area. So what you would need to do in that case, you can't just make a big box over it. Then you need something with a little more control, and the easy way to do that is with your pen tool. So I'm going to activate the pen tool, but I don't want a black stroke. I only want to fill. So I'm going to, and this slash means that there's nothing in that box. So I'm going to use this little toggle arrow to flip-flop those. And I don't want gray. I want, let's say, more of a yellow for a highlight color. Okay. And then after that, it's really just pretty easy. All I have to do, first of all, I need to get on an unlocked layer so that I can draw. And then you can just go from corner to corner here. Let's see, if we're going to do the whole reception area, let's include back here behind the desk. Maybe as you're coming around, you might want to include the waiting area where the chairs are. Now at some point it might get a little hard to see through this, so what you can do actually is just flip this around and then keep drawing. And then I can flip it back when I'm done, but this just makes it easy for me to see what I'm doing while I'm drawing. You can see a couple of my lines came out a little crooked. I can take this little white arrow and I can grab individual points very easily and kind of try to fix that up a little bit. Then I can flip things back around. That makes it obviously pretty hard to see through, but then I can go up to my blending modes, which I find in the transparency palette, and that can be found under the Windows menu. And I can do a couple different things. I could just move the transparency down like this, or I can use a blending mode. Those are pretty good too. I can drop this menu down and choose something like multiply. And I can use those together. I can use multiply and opacity. Multiply will let the blacks come through full strength and still give you the yellow. So just doing something like that gives you kind of a nice little highlight effect. Okay? Because I know some of you were including just specific areas of the plan on different pages. So that's a way that you can highlight things. Okay, and then when it comes time to to export your PDF, I know you would have more on it obviously than just your plan, but I just want to show you what you can do so that you don't get fuzzy lines. What you're going to do, there is a save as to PDF, but let's use print, because you can use print and get a smaller file size and still get pretty good line quality. So we're going to choose PDF and then print, and that'll just take a second to come up, and I have to give that a name. So I'm just going to call that plan and save. Okay, the time is running out again, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to end this video, and then I'll start one more.